to be showing you how I do my brows. I've never done an eyebrow video on this channel before. Never done an eyebrow video. I think it's because just very recently I've gotten into defining my eyebrows. Now that I fill them in, it literally adds so much to my looks, and like I'm kicking myself in the past for not defining my eyebrows. Like I don't know why I never did that. Anyway, so yep, I'm gonna be showing you 2 ways that I define my eyebrows. One is just when I'm kind of like really in a hurry, and I use all Anastasia products because they're freaking amazing. I use the Brow Wiz when I'm kind of in a hurry and I just want to color them in or help the shape out a little bit. And then I use the pomade, I think it's pomade, which is like kind of the gel version of the pencils. And then I use a really tiny angled brush for this. And you'll see in my video, they both make a difference with my eyebrows and they both definitely help out. Obviously the gel is going to give me a little bit more of a defined look, and that's what I like because I always do so much with my eyes, with like my actual eyes. So like just the finishing touch, honestly, in my opinion, to my entire look is defining my brows. It's 100% essential, and if you have never defined your brows before, definitely go to Sephora and get matched up with a shade and start playing around with filling in your eyebrows because you will be shocked how much of a difference it makes with your makeup. So I hope the way that I define my brows helps you out. I don't really have much else to say because I explain everything else in the video. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So about twice a week, I always go in with tweezers and I make sure that this whole area is just completely clear. And I don't do any specific trick. I literally just pinch and go backwards. And then up here a little bit as well. This step is very necessary in the overall finished product of your brow because it'll just make them look super clean, a lot cleaner. So once that's all clean for the most part, I'm gonna take a spool. This is just the end of my eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to brush my hair back to start with. And then I'm going to comb it back out. This is just going to kind of lay all of the hairs in place. Then I'm gonna be taking these scissors. These are actually, funny thing, mustache scissors. I don't know, I've just had them forever. But if you can see at the very end there, they like curve up the slightest little bit. And they're really, really good for eyebrows. So first I'm gonna take the spool and I'm gonna push up on the very inner part of my brow. Not really over here, I don't do anything with that, just here. I'm gonna push it up and you can pull it back a little bit just to get those hairs to stick up a little bit. And then I'm going to pull up with the spool and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna trim the slightest bit off the top just to make that even. You don't wanna trim too far down because you want it to all be even here. You don't want like the hair to be cut here. So just make sure that you're cutting the right pieces. So just off the top. And then the rest of the brow I pretty much leave. Okay, so I have 2 ways of doing my brows. The first way is a little bit less defined. So I'm gonna be using my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. Everything I'm using today is Anastasia. I'm almost out of this, so hopefully I can crank out a brow with this pencil, whatever I have left of this, because I literally have like a little tiny stub. This is what I do when I'm in a hurry. And I don't have time to do like a super defined eyebrows. I'm gonna be showing you both ways that I do, and then I'll obviously make sure that my eyebrows look even at the end of this. So I'm gonna take this pencil and I don't start on the inner part. I start right here at the top of the arch, and I'm just gonna do downward strokes with the pencil from the top on the outside right here. I'm just coloring in my natural shape of my brow. And then what I do is I extend this line right here to my inner corner. I'm just gonna take it and extend it. And I'm doing upward strokes so that I'm going in the natural direction of my hair. And I'm gonna fill this in to make it even right here. And then in the inner corner, I'm also going to do upward strokes like this, but very soft. And then I'm gonna take the spool side and I'm just going to kind of blend everything together. And this makes it really faded and a little bit more gradient rather than defined. It looks like there's just like powder on my brows as opposed to actually coloring them in. This just kind of makes them a little bit more faded and less defined. I'm taking this Anastasia brow gel. This stuff is amazing. It holds your brows in place like you wouldn't believe. And I'm just going to run a thin coat over my brows to make sure that they stay in place. So this is how I do my brows when I'm in a hurry and I don't want too much of a defined brow. It's just a nice little touch. It just kind of shapes them a little bit better. You can see the difference. It's very slight, but it's just, this one's shaped a little bit better on the top than this one. So this time is how I really do my brows. So I'm gonna be taking the same Anastasia brand. This is the Dip Brow Pomade, and I am in the color Soft Brown. So it looks like that. Oh, I am in the shade Taupe on the Brow Wiz, if you were wondering. And I actually think it's the perfect shade for me. It's a little bit more on the ashy side, and this comes in Taupe as well. I just feel like for this, because it's naturally a little bit more defined anyway, just the color Soft Brown is a lot better for me. I'm gonna be taking this really tiny angle brush. I've had this forever. I think I got it at Ulta. I wanna say Ulta or Sephora. I think, no, it was Ulta. It's just one of those things that I picked up like on the way out, and I've used it for everything. I need to get more of these because I'm constantly cleaning the eyeliner off of it to use it for brows and vice versa. It's so good to get like really defined wings and points. And it's perfect for a brow application. You'll see how well it works. And it's like a cheap little thing. It's called Must Have Angled Eyeliner. So it's originally for angled eyeliner, but it works so well. So any tiny little angle brush that you have will work. So I'm gonna dip it in the brow gel, and I'm going to do strokes like this. And then again, I'm going to start up here at the top of the arch. And then I'm just going to go straight down so that we can start with getting this defined. And then I'm gonna re-dip and go this way on the top. Kind of square it off and connect it to that top arch. And any mistakes that you make will be fixed with concealer at the end. I'll show you what I do with mistakes because I can never get this like completely even. It's just impossible for me. So then once I kind of have that shape done, I'm going to start making this line a little bit straighter from the inner corner. So I'm just gonna go like this. I really like the shape of my brows to be like straight here and then an arch as opposed to like da. Do you know what I'm talking about? Rather than like evening it off here, I like it to be a straight line and then an arch. So I'm gonna try to make this all as straight as possible. Wow, it's really hard to talk while doing this. And then I'm just gonna start filling this up or blending this up into the rest of my brow. Yeah, I really want the inner corner not to be so defined because that makes it look like it's drawn on. So I actually turn my brush this way and I just kind of paint it on. The good thing about this brush is it's the perfect width of my brow. Like, do you see that? So it's like, it works perfectly for the inner corner. And then I'm gonna extend this down out here a little bit. Extending the outer corner always makes your eyes look longer, so keep that in mind. So that's pretty much the shape that I want for my brows. Now this is my favorite step of the entire brow process. Like, the brows are not made until you do this step. So I'm gonna take concealer. I'm gonna take one that's a little bit lighter than what I would usually use. So my winter color as opposed to my summer color. This is just the Smashbox High Definition Concealer. Honestly, you can use any concealer. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand. Then I'm gonna take a flat definer brush like this. This is from NYX. And I'm gonna dip it in the concealer, get like a very thin layer on there. And then I'm gonna go underneath my brow and just kind of really even it out and define it. I'm gonna go on the top too, and then just blend the concealer in. There it is. And then I'm going to set it with my brow gel. And there it is. So you can see the difference in my two brows. This one is still defined, but not as much as I would like it to be. So then my favorite highlight to use is, of course, Champagne Pop. So I'm just gonna take a little tiny brush and I'm gonna start again in the arch right here and pull it down. And then I'm going to just dab it on, and then I bring it in the inner corner, but I focus it on the arch right here. Highlight on Fleek. So there are the two looks. Obviously this one's a lot more defined, and this one can just go as a natural, more natural version. Honestly, I'm gonna fix this one so that they look identical. So that's it. That is what I do to define my brows. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful. If you want to follow me on my vlog channel, I would love you forever. The official Jam Cam link will be in the description bar below, as well as all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. All of those will be in the description bar below. Let me know like what kind of videos you want next. I do have a list of videos that I'm going to be coming out with, but I always love y'all's opinions. So if there's anything that you want me to do, leave it in the comments and I will try my best to fulfill your requests. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.